Okay, continuing now, we've moved the camera from the outside drainage to the inside point, the toilet inside the ensuite. We're just going to go down here and see if we can see where the origin of the roots are coming through. Okay. Now, right there, you can see on the first elbow, we're down the vertical section of pipe, you can see it crack at the top of the screen where it's actually shifted, it's moved. Okay. And you can see down the bottom left of the screen, that crack probably goes right the way around. It's actually allowing roots, you can see the remnants of them, tailing in on the bottom left of the screen. See where the eel's been. It's actually a branch as the drainage goes under the home. Drop down and just push, and then we'll return. So we're in the main line now. We're just going to retrieve and have a little bit of a look. Right on the Y junction. Now, that line there also looks like it serves the floor waste. I just want to run that and find out if that's the case. That's a Y before the main Y. Nothing coming through yet. I'll just keep a bit of an eye on it. As we say, we come up, that's a Y junction. Up the toilet branch, I would have thought that would have been the Y there. I'll just pause that and we'll run that for a second. Okay, just move that through. Just want to see something. It's obviously hooked in at a lower point. The floorway is complete. As I say, as we pull back, you can see we've come off a Y. There's actually another Y. That may just simply be a cap Y underground. I'm not real sure what that serves. But we're down the toilet point now. Okay, I've just cleared that. I just want to get another shot of this. This is where the roots are coming from. I think it's the first bend. I don't see a lot of problem, but I just want to double check because this is actually, you can just see the remnants of roots that we've cut. And that's a Y off a Y, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. We might have a cap. Why? I'm not real sure, because we've run the basin waste and the shower goes direct to a DT outside, or an ORG. It could be just throwback off the eel when it's cut. The junction looks in line. Even that, it seems like it's in line. You can see where the eels cut the roof of the pipe. You can see there's scar marks where the eel spun. That's just taken the roots out from further up the line. We'll just come back up towards the toilet point. You can see it's a fairly decent branch, so it comes down, shoots across to the inside section of the home. Up the bend. Now, this is the problem here. You can see the roots right there, and you can see the crack in the line. Okay. Now that point there is on the vertical. If that was the case, that wouldn't be as hard as the line would be to fix if it was on the main line, but you can see quite clearly the cracked line there. And the root tails on the right hand side of the screen. It's going to run back through. Okay, so we're at 1.2. And just keep a bit of an eye on how far we go. You can see the junction there. And there's roots you can see looking at the left hand side of the screen that there may be a root tail coming down from that as well, which isn't good. Now we're round. Very hard to see because the junction doesn't, well, from what we see, doesn't have access. Okay, so I'll just run that line again to the basin. Nothing's coming past, so we'll just run through from this point, have a little bit of a look. Okay, this is down directly from the toilet point. You can see the slurry that I'm pushing past. I'll just check. You can see the brush marks, that's nothing. Just want to check what I've got further down. Okay, we're down the step down. Okay, now this because we didn't have that crushed pipe, there we go, that'd be, let's have a look, that'd be the ORG I'm thinking. Okay, that point there, I'm surmising would probably be the shower, but the shower's full, which is a bit of a awkward spot. We'll just go past and have a little bit of a look. Okay, here's this point. We've marked this point. Now we've got brushes on. You can actually see better with the brushes. It keeps the camera out of the water. That it's about 1/3 of a pipe. Okay, it is a sag, as you can quite clearly see. We're going over ground that we've been over, but I just wanted to see where the waste for the basin came in. It's just remnants of what we pushed through from what we've cut. Sag's pretty much straight after the offset. And we're out of it. Okay, there we go. We've got the basin off the main bathroom running, and that's what you can see running down the main sewer. So I pull back, but now you can see the ORG is serviced by the shower. Okay, so we've worked out where the shower goes. That charges the ORG. Coming up the jump, this is from inside under the slab to depth in the backyard. It's a small jump. And this is coming back to the branch that serves the toilet. That's what's got me concerned there, right there. Okay, what we found is we've run down, we're not getting any water coming through from the basin. So we were looking at this junction. That junction basically goes, we're not sure where that junction goes because we don't have an access to it. But we're working this line out as we run through. The shower waste runs through into the floor waste and to the ORG outside. Now this point here, you can see quite clearly that we've got a break there, okay? But that's not full of tree roots. Where we found the bite was further down, about 1.5 meters. So we come down, 1.1. The calibration's a little bit out, but that doesn't matter. So from here, this is where we've got our problem. So I might try and just locate that point. Okay, so we've located this junction. It's pretty much in the center of the bathroom floor, which is not what we wanted to see. You can see the roots hanging down there, like a fairly thick root. It's a junction that comes off. Just trying to get another shot of it. From what we see, there's no real need for that junction because the service to the toilet is direct, and this is what we're down. This is another, it might just be a cap Y. It may be coming through the cap Y. Very hard to see that point there. I'll just try and get a better look. Try and brush those roots away. But that's where the main binding, when the eel cut through, was found to be as well. So as we come back up, again, it's just a point of concern. Okay, so that, just looking at that section of socketed connection, it's probably just remnants from the tree roots, as you can see on the roof of the pipe. What we're concerned about now is the basin waste does enter into the floor waste riser, but there's no water coming through yet. The basin is draining. clearly you can see that crack in the pipe there, middle of the screen, there. And it almost looks like that section there is separated, broken as well. So there's two breaks. It's like a 45-degree. Bend. You can see it's broken. Bottom of the screen, which is cracked. So it's the back of the bend has given way. It's moved. So two breaks there, but we don't see a lot of tree root coming through from that point. It's further down the line. You can see on the right hand section of the screen where the pipe is actually broken away. Okay, we'll pause it there. We're going to put the small camera head on and go back up the basin point.